So one of the biggest challenges we have here in DC is strengthening the pipeline from our public schools to higher education. As we know, we have a deplorable dropout rate here in the District of Columbia, and we have to do a lot more to expand access to opportunities like higher education. So how do we do it? Well, we have a couple ideas. One, we need to make the investments in fully funded, fully staffed college counseling offices in each of our high schools. And we have to begin the engagement with students and their parents beginning in 9th grade. That's what worked for me in my school. That's how I was able to go on to college and go on to graduate school, because the expectation was that I was going to do so. So we need to make sure that that expectation is here in the District of Columbia. There's a couple of ideas that are working across the country that we can bring here to the District of Columbia to raise that expectation gap. One is a program where every pre-K student in San Francisco is given by the city the funds, the seed capital to start a college savings account. Why can't we do that here in the District of Columbia? In San Antonio, I want to take a program that's working there called Cafe College. So just like we have Starbucks or coffee houses throughout the city, why don't we have open cafes that are education cafes where we have college counselors and we have computers and we have test prep and other services to connect our students and our adults to their options as it relates to higher education. There's a stat that says if you fill out the free application for federal student aid, you're 350% more likely to go on to college. Why don't we make sure that we equip our students with the resources and the expertise to make sure that they can achieve and reach their goals? A final thing that we have to do is strengthen the higher education system here in the District of Columbia. We must make the critical investments in the University of the District of Columbia. We also must expand the success that we're having at the community college. One thing we can do is create a guaranteed admission program. So once you get your 2 years associate degree at the community college, you'll be guaranteed admittance to a host of colleges. That's what's working in Northern Virginia, and it can work here in the District of Columbia. One last thing that we have to do. I'm a supporter of the Promise Scholarship Program that takes money to give low-income students scholarship funds for college. We must make those critical investments. And one last idea that I think we should think about, why don't we create schools that are connected to our community college and connected to our university, where our top students can begin taking college classes from 10th to 11th grade, and they leave high school with not only a high school degree, but an associate's degree. That keeps our best students in our pipeline and makes sure that they're excelling and focusing on their education before they get too distracted with some of the challenges we have here in this big city. So we have a lot to do to improve our higher education system, but let's focus on these things, and I think we can make some improvements. Thank you.